This is no ordinary hour. On this day, today, the very fabric of heaven shudders with a pressing need, for a being not of this earth is striving to touch the core of your spirit. This is far more than a faint hint. It is a desperate alarm sounded from a celestial dimension. A soul who once shared your path, rejoiced with you, and lifted you in prayer, now endeavors to communicate from beyond the veil. And their communication concerns a cherished one whose soul is quietly retreating from your existence, never to return. This is not random chance. This is not a mere illusion. This is your ultimate opportunity to perceive what was concealed. If you sense a stirring deep within your being at this very instant, speak Amen to confirm your readiness to embrace this revelation. You cannot afford to disregard this. My beloved, the one who dwells in eternity has witnessed the sorrow you've struggled to conceal. They have observed you moving through your routines, acting as if you didn't perceive the growing gap, the quietness, the gradual disappearance of someone you believed was a permanent fixture. But the heavenly realms do not overlook. I, the Lord your God, witness every hidden tear shed in solitude. My vision pierces through language and exterior facades. And I arrive with a caution, for my love for you is too profound to let you continue unaware. Before we proceed, if this has already resonated within you, I make a single request: please honor this video with a like. Your presence here is not a mistake. This is your appointed time from above. A single step of belief can unlock entrances no mortal power can seal. A being from eternity, one who once cherished your love within their spirit, stands at the heavenly gates beseeching my intervention. They are calling your name with a sacred and urgent plea, not to frighten you, but to shield you from the agony of farewells left unspoken. The individual you are on the verge of losing may not even recognize how far their own heart has strayed, but I see it with perfect clarity. And if you choose silence now, their exit may become an injury from which you never fully recover. If your spirit feels burdened in this moment, speak 11:11 if you trust this word is for you. You have been laboring to maintain stability. You have been clinging to someone who is already vanishing through unseen spiritual fissures. My purpose is not to shatter you, but to fortify you. I have always been your sanctuary, your shield, your unshakable foundation in every tempest. Yet now I require you to halt and listen intently to my voice. The one in heaven perceives what you cannot. They discern a pivotal junction. They see the very instant this person's presence begins to fade from your world, and they are appealing to me, begging that you do not miss this moment of divine uncovering. My child, this is not the hour to dismiss the inward tugging you have felt. That profound intuition that something is altering, that someone is no longer truly there even when they stand nearby. You have rationalized it away, persuading yourself it is merely tension, or physical distance, or a temporary phase. But what you feel is authentic. And what you sense is holy. Heaven is silent no longer. If you trust me to unveil the reality, speak 222. There is potent force in your faith. I am aware of how deeply they mattered to you. I know of the nights you prayed for their tranquility, the hours you spent in stillness, hoping they would see how tenaciously you were holding on. And I know a part of you still clings to the hope that they will return to themselves, that they will restore the connection you once shared. But I must tell you, my beloved, that often love is not forfeited in loud disputes. It evaporates in hushed farewells, in silent, gradual separation. And someone from heaven, someone you held dear, cannot endure watching you remain in the dark any longer. Do not be frightened. This is not intended to breed hopelessness. This is to open your eyes, to fortify your spirit, and to guide you back to me. For when they depart, and yes, I see the path unfolding, you will not be left in fragments. You will be elevated. You will be enveloped. You will be reconstructed by my own hands. I am not merely the God who provides. I am the God who renews, who embraces you when all others release their hold. This person may walk away, but I will never depart from your side. My safeguarding already encircles you like a flame that cannot be extinguished. The prayers uttered by the one in heaven are being received. Their love for you did not perish. It was transformed into radiance, into vigilance, into sacred intercession. And their message delivered through me is this. Steady your heart. There is a truth you must comprehend. Someone you cherish is drifting away. And while you cannot prevent every exit, you can choose to navigate it with faith, with resilience, and with me beside you. When the burden seems unbearable, remember this: I do not desert my children. I do not issue warnings without providing a pathway forward. I will never permit a farewell to obliterate the magnificent plans I still hold for you. You were selected. You were not deserted. You are enveloped in my presence with every breath you take. There will be indicators. You will observe subtle alterations, minor adjustments, dialogues that no longer resonate as they once did. Do not close your eyes to them. Do not dismiss them. Observe attentively, not with terror, but with discernment. Allow my Spirit to lead you. And let the voice of the One in heaven bring you solace. Their voice may be silent to others, but to you it reverberates in moments of quiet, in the dreams you recall upon waking with tears. My grace is descending upon you now like rain upon parched ground. I am awakening what was dormant, mending what was empty. And though this season may feel like the conclusion of something beautiful, believe me when I declare it is also the dawn of something sacred. Could uttering just 9 words each day truly unlock a flow of wealth into your existence? A leading neuroscientist affirms it. And the FBI inadvertently verified it. This neglected prayer is now turning ordinary individuals into those who are debt-free and financially independent for life. But this clandestine knowledge will not remain available for long. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it is erased permanently. You have never been overlooked. Even as someone recedes from your life, I am authoring new commencements that will leave you in awe. Your petitions are giving birth to wonders. The anguish you feel today is not the complete narrative. There is more. There is infinitely more. And I will walk each step with you until you witness my promises fulfilled. If you sense my nearness now, if something within you feels on the verge of breaking, speak 333 to affirm your faith that I am with you. And cling to this: no earthly goodbye can nullify the promise I have planted in your soul. You are not hollow. You are not forsaken. You are not invisible. I am here. And the One in heaven is guarding you, joining me in prayer for your peace. Let my peace inundate your soul. Let my word be your anchor. And do not fear what is departing. What I have ordained for you surpasses what is being removed. God says, attend to my words with great care now. This instant is more than a passing alert. It is heavenly interference. A being from eternity has drawn near because time is limited and your spirit must be roused. A person you love is fading from your narrative. And unless you heed me, you will miss what their heart was attempting to convey in stillness. They are exiting not with rage, not with clamor, but with a quiet withdrawal that may never be articulated. But heaven is aware. And I am aware. If you feel the reality of this beginning to touch your spirit, speak 555. Now. You are not alone in this uncovering. There is a compelling urgency in the spiritual dimension that cannot be disregarded. The One in heaven who once journeyed beside you, perhaps a mother, a father, a soul you adored, has come to deliver this message through me. Their hands are stretched toward you with both affection and admonition. For the person you assumed would always remain is preparing to leave, not just from your daily life, but from your destined path. And unless you are spiritually alert, their absence may create a pain that calls into question all you believed about love. But hear me when I say this is not the finale. It is not a penalty. This is an essential revelation of truth. I am the God who sees what eludes your sight. I know the thoughts others never give voice to. And I come to you today not to instill dread, but to deliver your heart before it buckles under disorientation. I am sending you this moment to be still and know that I, the Lord your God, am shielding you from a more profound sorrow. You have struggled to keep someone close, but their essence has already begun to withdraw. You have perceived it. And today I confirm it. If you believe I am addressing you now, speak 12:12. The Spirit is moving around you, child. You were never designed to bear the entire weight alone. You strive to be their strength, their foundation, their sanctuary. But certain souls choose their own way even when love implores them to stay. And I know the price you paid to stay quiet when your spirit was crying out for resolution. I know what it meant to forgive repeatedly, even when they ceased to acknowledge your hurt. But I have collected every tear. Not one has fallen without being gathered into my hands. The one in heaven observes you intently. They see how fervently you endeavored. They know the quiet prayers you murmured in the night. They have witnessed the smile you wear publicly that fractures the moment you are alone. And they are calling out from the gates of glory, Lord, do not let them be left in uncertainty again. Let them know the truth before it wounds them further. And so I speak. This individual is already receding. Not always in body, but in emotion, in spirit, in mind. You may still occupy the same space, still converse, still pretend, but their soul is adrift. And soon you will feel their absence more intensely than you can conceive. But you must not crumble, for I, your God, am securing what is falling. You are still chosen. Still enveloped in my protection. Still favored by the heavens. I am preparing you for what is next. Not because you are feeble, but because I am about to fortify you. Even within this heartache, I will reveal your value to you once more. You will not be defined by someone's absence. You will be defined by my presence. Speak 777. If you trust my plan, even when you cannot yet comprehend it. Let me be your covering. Let my arms be your respite when the pain feels too sharp to endure. I vow this to you, when they leave, it will not ruin you. I will use even their exit as a gateway to your restoration. I am not removing them to chastise you. I am creating room for the person you are destined to become. For while you were striving to hold them close, I was preparing something far greater. I witnessed how your love turned into self-sacrifice. I watched you give until your own spirit felt vacant. And I heard your heart fracture as they began to drift. That is why I permitted the one in heaven to plead on your behalf. Their spirit cried to me, Father, do not let them remain in darkness. And I responded. I am showing you what they could not utter. I am uncovering what was hidden behind pleasantries and superficial talk. The time has come to prepare. Their role in your life is concluding. But my role never will. Your tomorrow will not be founded on desertion. It will be founded on revelation. You will emerge from this with more wisdom, more compassion, more strength. Why are 55 nations utilizing the same mysterious wealth incantation? Because a leaked research document just revealed a 9-word sequence that activates wealth-attracting neural pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and observe money flow like a river into your life. But authorities may remove this secret at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is erased forever. I will lead you to people who truly perceive you, not merely require you. I will guide you to spaces where you no longer plead for affection. For you are not forgotten. You are celebrated in heaven. You are shielded by me. And I will not let you fall. Soon you will perceive the signs more distinctly. Conversations that once felt vibrant will become awkward. The emotional closeness will begin to diminish. You will sense a void expanding even when they are near. Do not fear it. Do not resist it. Bring it to me. Let me hold your reality. Let me heal what they could not reach. You are not unworthy simply because someone walks away. Their choice does not dictate your destiny. I am the one who authored your days before your birth. I am the writer of your origin and your unfolding. And even if they leave, I remain. Even if they forget you, I claim you as my own. The one in heaven knows this is the truth you must hear. Not later. Now. Let this be your awakening. Let this be your turning point. You are about to enter a season where my voice drowns out your confusion. My peace overpowers your pain. And my light outshines their shadow. God says, I am still here, and I have not ceased speaking. This is a holy interruption, intended to guard your soul from what would have shattered you in silence. My child, today is not merely another day. It is a sacred alert from the kingdom of heaven. A soul who once stood with you, loved you, believed in you from the eternal realm is calling your name with pressing urgency. Because someone you still love is departing, and their leave-taking has already commenced in the spirit. I did not bring you here to watch you break. I brought you here to prepare you to rise. If your heart is open to my voice, speak 999. This is your confirmation. You have been clinging to the final strands of something that feels like home, even though it no longer feels complete. You have excused the coldness, the silence, the delays in their affection. You have prayed it was only a passing phase. But I see the reality that even they struggle to confess. They are slipping from your story, not with malice, but with reluctance, fear, and bewilderment. And still I say, release them if they must. I will never release you. The one in heaven watches over you with tender urgency. They loved you in life, and they love you more profoundly now in eternity. Their spirit sees what approaches, and they cannot rest until you know what you must hear. This farewell may arrive quietly, but it will transform you. Therefore, I have come ahead of the pain to hold your heart before it is struck. To ensure your soul is anchored in me, not in the one who is walking away. I see the nights you lie awake questioning why it no longer feels the same. I see you checking your device for messages that never arrive, revisiting old conversations, searching for the moment things shifted. I see you giving repeatedly, hoping something within them will reawaken. And I see how it is gradually wearing you down. You were never meant to love this intensely and feel this hollow. That is why I am intervening. Because your soul deserves far more. If you believe I am stepping in right now, speak 1010. Let your faith declare what your heart cannot. This message is not about deprivation. It is about clarity. About fortitude. About knowing that even when people turn away, my gaze never does. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I do not shift with moods. I do not withdraw love when circumstances become difficult. I remain. I heal. I uphold. I walk with you through what others forsake. The person you are about to lose may not grasp the depth of what they are relinquishing. They may not see how their absence will resonate in your spirit. But I see. And I am here now, before the sorrow deepens, to envelop you in my embrace. For, child, I never allow something to depart without making room for something more divine to enter. The one in heaven whispered to me, please, do not let them shatter without hope. And I answered. I am giving you what they can no longer provide. I am breathing strength back into your lungs. I am reminding you that you are not the one who failed. You were the one who remained, who prayed, who loved deeply even when it cost you more than you confessed. Now, let me grant you rest. Let my peace quiet your anxious thoughts. Let my presence fill the void they are leaving behind. I do not merely observe your pain. I enter into it with you. Every heartbreak, every farewell, every ending, I stand directly within it and proclaim that it will not destroy the purpose I hold for you. What is destined for you cannot be stolen. What is eternal in your life cannot be shaken by human choice. You will be whole again. Even when it seems impossible now. If you trust that I will restore you. Speak 15:15. There is healing in obedience. I know you desired them to stay. I know you believed they would fight for you as you fought for them. But some souls are destined to walk with you only for a season. Some were not created to withstand every storm at your side. But I was. I am not seasonal. I am eternal. I have been with you from the start. And I will carry you through this chapter as well. Let me lead you from the shadows. Let me whisper truths that cleanse away your fear. I am not asking you to cease loving. I am asking you to love yourself enough to stop breaking in silence. I am asking you to lean into me, to allow me to fill every place they failed to touch. What secret did the FBI conceal about your mind and wealth? They uncovered a phrase, merely 9 words, that triggers a switch in your consciousness to attract abundance without strain. It has already transformed thousands of lives in mere weeks. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate. This page could vanish at any instant. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is deleted forever. You are not being deserted. You are being shielded. The one in heaven is nearer than you perceive. Their intercession for you is like a constant song ascending to my throne. They ask me daily to guard your heart, to illuminate your path, to reveal those who no longer carry your future. And I am answering them with this very moment. You are no longer blind. You are no longer guessing. You are receiving truth wrapped in my mercy. You were born for more than this. I have miracles aligned for your tomorrow. Blessings that require space to arrive. But some blessings come through removal. Some healing begins when certain voices fall silent. And yes, I know it hurts. But I am with you. I am leading you from the flames without a single burn, leaving you only with wisdom, with strength, with glory. The pain you feel now is authentic. But it is also fleeting. I am preparing a place for you in full view of those who departed. I am anointing your head with oil even when you feel undeserving. Your cup will overflow not with confusion, but with clarity. Not with pain, but with purpose. You will be restored in ways you will scarcely believe. For that is my nature. I redeem what was broken. I rebuild what was ruined. I resurrect what others considered dead. God says, this is not the time to avert your eyes. This moment was appointed before you ever felt the sting of desertion. I brought you here because the burden you carry is too heavy to bear alone. A soul from heaven, one who loved you more deeply than you ever knew, still stands beside me, pleading for you to see what is transpiring. Their cry was urgent, and I heard it. That is why I am here now to declare again, the one you love is leaving, and they do not know how to tell you. But heaven knows. And I know. If these words are resonating within your spirit, speak 17:17. Let this be your surrender to what I am revealing. You have been suspended between hope and heartache. Holding on while your hands bleed from the effort. You keep searching for the version of them you once knew, the one who smiled without restraint, the one who saw you clearly, the one who used to fight for what you shared. But that version is fading. And it is not your fault. Some people change gradually, like a sunset minute by minute. Others depart in spirit long before their body ever moves. And my beloved, you have already felt that departure. Quiet. Cold. Disorienting. That disorientation never originated from me. That emotional silence, that sensation of absence, that sudden disconnect, it is the weight of someone spiritually exiting your life before the physical goodbye. You were not imagining it. And the one in heaven saw it all, too. They saw your heart fracturing while your words remained gracious. They saw you question your own value to justify another's withdrawal. And they implored me, Father, help them see before it is too late. So I acted. I responded with this divine intervention. I am not revealing this to wound you. I am revealing it to rescue you from the falsehood that you were the one who failed. You were not. You were faithful. You remained when it was difficult. You loved when it felt hollow. You believed when it no longer seemed logical. That is not weakness. That is the kind of heart in which I delight. And still I declare it is time to release what is slipping through your grasp. Not because you are insufficient, but because what I have prepared for you surpasses what is walking away. If you are ready to step into the next chapter with me, speak Amen. Declare it with courage. Declare it with truth. I am the God who sees endings before they occur. I saw this shift approaching before you felt the first hint of their distance. I witnessed the night they began to withdraw. I saw the day they chose to withhold their truth. I saw the silence they wrapped around you like a barrier. And I wept with you. I cradled your soul while you lay awake, wondering if your expectations were too great. They were not. You were asking to be loved as deeply as you love. Now I need you to receive what they could not give, my love. My presence. My comfort. You were never made to beg for attention. You were created to be seen. You were never made to pursue what lacks foundation. You were designed to flourish in holy ground. And right now I am shifting the very soil beneath your feet. I am removing what cannot sustain your roots. And though it feels like loss, it is a sacred pruning for greater blossoming. Let the tears fall. I am close to the broken-hearted. This is not a penalty. It is protection. I am not asking you to erase your memories. I am asking you to stop letting them dictate your future. You can love someone and still recognize when it is time to release them. You can forgive them and still choose your own well-being. And when you choose yourself through me, you will never lose. The one in heaven who loves you wants you to know you are more than this heartbreak. You are worthy of a love that remains, a love that covers, a love that does not make you doubt your place. And though this person may be incapable of offering that love, I am. I always have been. If you feel that promise enfolding you now, speak 11:11. Let that number be your sign of alignment with my will. You do not have to fear what is coming. What is leaving your life is creating space for what is destined to be. I have watched you pour out endlessly. Now I am pouring back into you. I am sending restoration not in fragments, but in overflow. Your joy will return. Your confidence will be rebuilt. Your faith will grow stronger through this pain. I have seen the future I have prepared for you. And it is not insignificant. It is not silent. It is not filled with grief. It is holy. It is abundant. It is covered by my favor. And everything you believed you lost in this farewell will be returned to you in new forms. In better ways. In heaven-approved ways. This departure is not the final page. It is merely a necessary one. Is it truly possible to attract wealth by simply speaking certain miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience laboratories, proves you absolutely can. Individuals are applying it from their homes and reporting unexpected deposits, cleared debts, and transformed lives. It requires less than half a minute. But this secret will not remain online for long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it is permanently deleted. And I know what you fear. You fear solitude. You fear what your existence looks like without them. You fear the silence, the void they will leave behind. But child, let me remind you, there is no silence I cannot fill. There is no space I cannot occupy. There is no wound I cannot heal. I will sit with you in the quiet. I will walk with you through the grief. I will lift you from the ashes and crown you with purpose. Your tears are seeds in my hands, and I promise you they will not be wasted. They will grow into something breathtaking. Even now, as you absorb this, I am surrounding you with my peace. Not the peace the world offers. My peace. The kind that calms the internal tempest. The kind that speaks to your soul and says, you are safe. You are safe in me. Even when others leave. Even when it aches. Even when you cannot comprehend it. You are still chosen. Still called. Still held. The heavens are rejoicing over your willingness to receive truth. The one who passed into glory still loves you in spirit. And they are celebrating your courage at this very moment. They did not come to instill fear. They came to say, do not settle for a love that wounds. You deserve the love that heals. And I, your God, am the source of that healing. God says, remain right here. Do not let the voice of confusion or dread pull you from this moment, for heaven is not finished. My words are enveloping your spirit like a warm covering on a frigid night. I will not release you until you feel this truth burning within your heart. Someone you have prayed for, wept for, longed to retain is already releasing their grasp. But I, the Lord your God, am not releasing you. I am entering the emptiness to demonstrate that my love never departs. If your heart feels laid bare by this, speak 333 to affirm that you still believe I am at work. The one in heaven has perceived your pain more clearly than you have. They watched you keep smiling for others while your own heart sank deeper each day. They saw you continue to show up for someone who ceased to notice the burden you carried. Their spirit ached for you. And in the courts of heaven, they cried out, God, do not let them break without knowing the truth. I listened. And now I am here not merely to reveal, but to rescue. For you are not losing yourself in this heartbreak. You are finding me. I know you keep questioning what you did wrong. You revisit every conversation, every memory, wondering if there was something you could have changed. But child, listen to me, this is not your failure. This is not your punishment. This is a divine release. I allowed this chapter to conclude because your heart is too precious to be left starving in a bond that forgot how to nourish you. Some doors close gently. Others shut forcefully. But both signify the same reality. It is time to advance. If you know I am leading you forward, speak 222. Let the heavens witness your readiness to walk in faith. You have been carrying someone's absence like a concealed burden. Smiling by day, weeping by night, pretending it does not hurt while wondering if anyone sees you breaking silently. But I see. I always have. And I have been awaiting the moment your heart would be still enough to hear me whisper, I am still here. That moment is now. This person's departure may feel like a final blow, but it is, in truth, a holy transition. I never remove without a reason. I never expose without a purpose. What you are seeing now is what I have seen for a long time. And I love you too deeply to let you remain in a place where your soul is malnourished. I desire to nourish you anew. I desire to restore what was taken from you emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. You gave so much of yourself, but now it is your turn to receive. Not from people who deplete you, but from a Father who revives you. If you feel my spirit beginning to fill those empty spaces, speak 555. You are stepping into sacred restoration. Let me tell you something you have not heard in a long while, you are enough. Even when they stopped recognizing your worth, I never did. Even when they grew distant, I remained near. Even when they walked away, I drew closer. You are enough. Not because you are flawless, but because you are mine. And I do not abandon what belongs to me. The one in heaven watches now with tears of peace, for at last the veil is lifting. You are beginning to see that love should not feel like a losing battle. Love should heal. And where their love ends, mine will begin again, more profoundly than before. There will be nights you miss them. That is acceptable. You are permitted to feel. But those feelings will not destroy you. I will meet you in those nights and remind you that healing does not mean forgetting. It means forgiving and moving forward without resentment. I am healing you even now. One word, one breath, one promise at a time. You are not walking into isolation. You are walking into lucidity. And lucidity is what your spirit has been craving. You do not wish to resent them. You do not wish to lose yourself either. That is why I am intervening. I am severing what you can no longer carry. Not out of harshness, but out of compassion. For you are entering a season that demands full access to your heart, and not everyone is permitted to accompany you. Could your own mind be the obstacle keeping you in lack? Scientists have just confirmed that a 9-word sentence buried deep in your subconscious may be blocking abundance from your life. But now you can reverse it. Speak these 9 words and watch wealth begin to pursue you starting today. But authorities may remove this secret at any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. This is a sacred separation. Yes, it is painful. But on the far side of this pain lies purpose. The kind you have prayed for. The kind you have envisioned. And I, the Lord your God, will carry you through the ache to reach it. I will hold you in your most vulnerable hour. I will remind you that what leaves your life cannot erase your value. You are still worthy. Still chosen. Still treasured. If you receive this deeply, speak Amen. Let your soul speak even when your lips cannot. I am not merely speaking to your heart. I am binding the wounds no one observed. I am filling the gaps they left behind. I am restoring the belief that authentic love exists, the kind that does not flinch when you are broken, the kind that runs toward you when others walk away. That is my love. That is my nature. You may feel lost now, but you are walking into a newfound place of belonging. You are not at the end. You are at the start of something magnificent. Continue to hold on. For what lies ahead will bring meaning to all that shattered you. The one who left will not be the final love you know. I will send someone who reflects how I love you. And this time, you will not have to struggle to be chosen. The one in heaven will finally rest, knowing you have found peace. Their prayers for you are not futile. Their voice still echoes in eternity, lifting your name to me, asking me to carry you through what you do not yet understand. God says, you are still here. And that means your spirit is listening. That alone is a wonder. The weight you have carried could have silenced you. Yet instead, you have leaned in. You have chosen to receive, to remain open, to let me speak when your world feels unraveled. That is bravery. That is surrender. And that is the dawn of healing. The one in heaven is rejoicing now because the cry they lifted has reached you. Their prayer was simple, God, do not let them miss this moment. And beloved, you have not. If you feel this truth anchoring your heart, speak 12:12. This is your sign of divine alignment. Let me be unequivocal once more, someone you love profoundly is preparing to depart. Not always in body, but in connection, in loyalty, in heart. And I am not revealing this to injure you. I am revealing it so you do not blame yourself. I am revealing it so you do not waste your nights trying to hold together what I have already freed you from. I am revealing it so you can heal in real time, not years later when the dust finally settles. The ache you have felt is not confusion. It is me shaking your soul awake before the silence becomes permanent. You have been the adhesive for too long, holding others together while disintegrating in private. You kept telling yourself things would change. That if you loved more fiercely, if you forgave more swiftly, if you waited more patiently, it would all revive. But love is not meant to be a daily resurrection. It is not your duty to keep breathing for someone who refuses to be fully present. You are not their savior. You are not their foundation. I am. Release them, child. And let me hold what they let fall. If you believe I am holding you now, speak 777. Let that number remind you that wholeness is near. The one in heaven sees everything. They recall your laughter when this person was your joy. They recall your heartbreak when things began to shift. And now, from eternity's vantage, they see what you cannot, that holding on is harming you more than releasing ever could. So they came to me. They stood in my courts and said, Father, send your voice to them. Show them it is acceptable to move forward. And so I am. Not because I desire to see you walk alone, but because I desire to see you walk in freedom. This person's chapter in your story may be closing, but your story is far from complete. The grief you feel is real, but it is also holy. It is a signal that something within your soul is shedding what no longer serves your becoming. It is the sound of your spirit expanding, of your future summoning, of my hand gently lifting the weight of false promises from your chest. You are not forgotten. You are not too much. You are not unlovable. You are simply outgrowing what cannot accompany you into your next season. If this is speaking to your spirit, speak 1010. Let the Spirit witness your silent yes. They may leave quietly. They may not even comprehend why their heart is pulling away. But I do. For I see both perspectives. I see your love. I see their fear. I see your patience. I see their indecision. I see your tears. I see their silence. And I declare this, even in their leaving, you will not lose yourself. For I am stepping in. I am stepping in to safeguard the purpose I placed within you. There are assignments I need you to fulfill. People I need you to encounter. Doors I need you to walk through. And you cannot keep waiting for someone who has already made their choice. You cannot keep pausing your own healing merely to keep someone else at ease. My child, your breakthrough has been delayed long enough. Now I am tearing the veil. I am revealing the truth. And I am leading you out. The one in heaven knows your strength even when you doubt it. They know the resilience flowing in your veins. You descend from a lineage of overcomers. And though the pain feels heavy now, you will rise. You will bloom again. Not in the same place, but in superior soil. Soil I have prepared. Soil watered by your tears and warmed by my glory. The approaching goodbye is not your defeat. It is your deliverance. Why did 19,583 individuals suddenly attain financial freedom last month? They all discovered a peculiar sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once concealed by the FBI. Now they are eliminating debt, traveling the globe, and residing in homes they never thought attainable. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate. This page could vanish at any instant. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is deleted forever. Some people cannot handle the calling I have placed upon you. Some hearts cannot match the depth you carry. That does not make them wicked. It simply makes them temporary. And I do not want you constructing your eternity around someone who is only meant to instruct you in love, boundaries, and identity. Their season is ending. Yours is just commencing. Rest in that. You will not have to pursue love again. You will not have to justify your worth to anyone. The next season of your life will be filled with people who see you without needing persuasion. You will be surrounded by hearts that pour back into you, not drain you. And I, your God, will be at the center of it all. If you receive this promise, speak 11:11. Let your soul agree with what I have already ordained. This is not punishment. This is preparation. This is me creating space. This is me turning the page. You have wept long enough. You have pleaded long enough. Now it is time to breathe anew. The one from heaven is smiling now. Not because the farewell will not hurt, but because they know it will not destroy you. They have seen what lies ahead. They have seen what I am about to bring into your life. And they are rejoicing. For your story is not concluding. It is being transfigured. God says, lean in closer now. Do not let your heart turn away. Your presence here is no accident. This moment has been divinely orchestrated because your soul stands at a crossroads. Someone you have loved with your entire being is gradually fading into the shadows, and heaven could not remain silent. The person in heaven who once held your hand on earth now stands in my presence, and they are still striving to protect you. They could not bear to watch you lose yourself again. So I listened. I answered. And I am speaking now. If these words find you precisely where you are, speak 555. Let your spirit speak even if your voice trembles. This is not merely a relationship unraveling. This is a spiritual shift. A holy separation. I am not merely extracting someone from your life. I am drawing you nearer to your purpose. The one leaving may not even understand why their heart feels detached. They may lack the words to explain why they cannot remain. But I know. I see beyond what is spoken. I perceive the wounds behind their silence. And I know what is best for you. You keep asking why you feel as though something sacred is ending. Because it is. But I am not letting it end without preparing your heart. The one in heaven stood before me and cried out, Father, do not let them mistake this goodbye for rejection. And I said, I will not. That is why this message located you, because the adversary wished to distort this moment and make you believe you were unworthy, unlovable, insufficient. But I will not allow that falsehood to take root in your spirit. This is not your fault. You did not fail. You are not being abandoned. You are being positioned. If you know in your heart this is truth, speak 222. Let your faith rise louder than your fear. You no longer have to pursue them. I saw how you tried to hold on. I watched you give more than you possessed. I witnessed the prayers you whispered while pretending to be strong. You waited. You fought. You believed. And still they turned away. But child, that is not the conclusion of your story. It is the commencement of a new one. One I authored with my own hands. A story where you no longer survive on scraps of affection. A story where you are loved completely, not in fragments. Let them leave if they must. But do not lose yourself trying to compel them to stay. I am the God who restores what others leave behind. I am the God who fills the empty spaces. I am the God who makes all things new. Even this. The one who has already crossed into glory perceives it now. They see how your heart breaks in silence. They see you gazing at old memories, wondering if you will ever feel that loved again. And they are speaking your name before my throne, asking me to wrap you in peace. And I am. I am sending you peace like a river right now, washing over every place that hurts. You are not difficult to love. You are not too much. You are my child, and I delight in you. If you feel my presence right now, speak Amen. Let your soul speak.